Howdy fellas, I hope you're faring well. I appreciate all of your comments on the Sal's Ear Project series. A lot of good suggestions and ideas and comments on this yard sale find. You really couldn't see in the video on the camera the real condition of this boar. I know a lot of you have suggested lapping different ways and things like that, but this thing is pitted a whole lot worse than you can really tell on the camera. Excuse me. And I just don't feel like, given what it is, this new was a $200 gun. I don't see spending a ton of money on it. You know, you could if you wanted to, but I just don't see it. But what I wanted to talk about today was a what if scenario. What if you were out at your local yard sale, flea market, gun store, wherever you're at, and you were run across something like this, and you got to looking at it, even though it was in pretty pitiful shape as far as cosmetic and everything. You inspected it, and you see it's signed on the top of the barrel, and it's also numbered back here with a serial number you've never seen before. And you look at it, and it's at a good price, and you say, I want that. Well, you get home, you get to do a little study and a little research. You find out the person that signed this rifle is a builder. This gun was built from a piece of maple, just a sawed out rough blank that was cut down by hand, and of course the barrel would have been modern made, but everything else was done by hand. And then you looked at the bore and saw that bore was in shape like the Sal's Ear rifle. Okay, that brings me to the what if somebody commented that have the rifle bored out to 54. Now, in a situation like with the Sal's Ear rifle, excuse me, I can't talk today, I don't see the expense in it, but you take something like this that was built by a reputable builder that somebody neglected to the point that the bore was in pretty bad shape. I would consider spending the money for that. Back in the day, most every settlement had a blacksmith that 9 times out of 10 also served as a gunsmith that probably could have rebored and re-ringed that rifle for you. And that something in a situation like this where you got something in the beginning that probably cost $1,500, $2,000 or more to buy when it was new, and let's say you got it for $400 because it's in pretty bad shape. Something like this, I could see spending $400 or $500 to have it rebored. That's a viable thing in a situation like this, but in a gun like the Sal's Ear rifle, I just don't see it, because you spend $400 or $500 to have it rebored, and you have a gun that might be worth $350 when you're done, even if you refinished everything. So that's another point for especially new people to this channel. Think about situations like what we're discussing right here before you go spend a bunch of money on something and you wind up with something that's still not worth anything. Look your things over real good, do your research. The internet's a very valuable tool. Get in touch with people that you may know that know a lot about muzzleloaders and their history. But if you were to run across something like this in a pawn shop that needed the work that the Sal's Ear gun did, I would 100% go for it. I hope you do well in this hot weather we're going to have. I hope you have a wonderful Independence Day, the 250th birthday of our country. And from me and the spirit of Jake, thank you so much for watching. Keep your powder dry and mind your top knot, pilgrim.